Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to EchoPark Speedway for round number 3 of Season 6 for the Full Send Superspeedway Series. And I'm Mike Taylor up here in the booth, and alongside me, I should be joined by David Forch here in just a few moments. But tonight, we have some action-packed racing coming to you right here on Racers Elite Network. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it is one that you are not gonna want to miss today. These drivers will be taken to this 1.5 mile speedway. Well, actually, let's say it's a super speedway now. And it all comes to you live right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what, we are in for an absolute treat. The first 2 races of this season have been absolutely amazing, and we anticipate them to continue doing that here today. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here at your championship standings. Joe Bonner up in first place, followed by Justin Day, who clinched his first win here in Racers Elite 2 weeks ago, and followed by Matthew Moniak. Frank Chavez tied there for that 3rd position. Aaron Rowland will round out your top 5. But let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, so far you have been in for an absolute treat. Ladies and gentlemen, today these drivers have to get down to the pit road speed limit of 45 miles an hour on the back straightaway. It's not over in turn 4 like all the other tracks. It is actually down in turn number 3. Your track condition today, it is 83 degrees out with a hot track of 117 degrees. Wind is going southwest at 2 miles an hour. It is fixed setup. We have unlimited tires, unlimited fast repairs. We do have 3 Green-White-Checkers and 100% fuel for today. We do have an incident limit of 25, so damage is off for these drivers, if I read it correctly. But they cannot exceed that 25 limit, or else they will get disqualified. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute blast watching these guys here practice here today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 9 drivers that have put down a lap time. Right now, Kirby Wainscott in that number 10 machine. He's actually put on one heck of a run so far, as Robert Mitchell in that number 14 machine. He's going to make his way out in that Office Depot Mobile 1 throwback paint scheme to Tony Stewart, as he comes up here through turns 3 and 4 to come to the green flag to begin his first of 2 laps. I'm not 100% sure on who created that paint scheme, but let me tell you what, it is absolutely perfect. I love when we get realistic paint schemes out here. And he will make his way now through turns 3 and 4 to the line. His first lap will be a 32.237. So just a little bit over a half second off of your current pole sitter, Kirby Wainscott. And here he comes now, coming out of 3 and 4 here for the final time. Coming to the checkered flag. And he will put down a time of a 31.642. That will make him 9th quickest here so far today. We have had just 11 cars qualify so far. Matt Mettler, he is making his way down onto the speedway up here in turns 3 and 4 now with Team Watson race setup. This is a new look here for that 311 machine. he heads up here into turns 1 and 2 here for the very first time. Let's see what he can get out of this Toyota as he comes down the back straightaway. His first lap will be a 31.721, so that was actually pretty quick. That'll put him 11th on the board. And taking a look here, that pretty much brought him all the way down. And at the line to finish his second time, it's going to be a 31.682. So he will go ahead and just sit in that 10th position for the time being. Blake Beacon, he's... Well, I was going to say he's getting some practice laps in, but, I think he's just trying to see if he can make a full lap without possibly blowing himself up. But, Blake Beacon in that number 18 black pink Toyota, he did put down a lap time of a 31.583. So that was the 5th quickest here for Blake Beacon. Blake, you're so weird. And coming to the start-finish line, he has completed a whole lap backwards. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much going to do it here for our qualifying session. And now we're going to switch it over to our starting lineup. Alrighty, while these drivers are getting ready to come on down and grid up here on the grid, let's go ahead and take a look here at your starting lineup for today's event. Ladies and gentlemen, starting on the pole in that number 10 machine, it's going to be Kirby Wainscott. To his outside, the 45 of Kirby Wainscott. Inside row number 2, you got the 23 of Frank Chavez. To his outside, it's going to be the 79 of Justin Day. Inside row number 3, that number 18 black pink machine is going to be driven by Blake Beacon. To his outside, the 73 of Blake Hewlett. Inside row number 4, Dylan Seeger in his on-off road number 3. He'll be joined by the 07 of Wayne Graves. Inside row number 5, that number 14 Mobile One Office Depot machine, Robert Mitchell. He'll be joined by the 311 of Matt Metler. Inside row number 6, that 707 Dark Horse Black Ford Mustang, Chris Gotzel. He'll be joined by the 36 of Austin Sale. And that Grave Digger number 63, you got Garrett Michael. He'll be joined by Racers Elite Network driver 98 Andrew Teft. Inside row number 8, Patrick Millett in the number 38 Ghost Machine. He'll be joined by the 22 of Jonathan Stidham. Inside row number 9, you have the 57 of Aaron Roth. He'll be joined by the number 6 for the Ford Performance Ford of Brett Bray. And rounding out your field here today, it's going to be that number 66 Sport Clips machine, driven by Aaron Rowland. And that's going to be your starting lineup here for today's race at EchoPark. And now these drivers are getting ready to go green flag racing right here on Racers Elite Network. In the past, these guys have been able to go upward of 60 laps on fuel. So we're going to see just about what these drivers can do. And let me tell you what, right now, we're going to get ready to go green flag racing right here at EchoPark. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. Hope you have your popcorn ready, have your favorite drinks, and enjoy the race. Blake Beacon saying he did about 10 laps backward, and weird is good. Absolutely, Blake. Good luck to you, buddy. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, into the start zone. Kirby Wainscott, Ryan Warp, and the green flag is out for round number 3 of the Full Send Superspeedway Season 6, right here at EchoPark. What music! And here they come now, still side by side up here in turns 1 and 2. Kirby Wainscott on the inside. Ryan Warp getting a good run there on the outside. Getting pushed here by Blake Hewlett. And now, I'm sorry, that's Justin Day up here in that 79 machine. And Ryan Warp, he will clear him out of turn number 4. As you see here, Ryan Warp, he will lead that first lap here today. And Justin Day, he'll go ahead and come back right there, fighting on the outside, heading into turn number 1. Blake Hewlett, Blake Beacon, these drivers are pretty much running almost side by side here down the back straightaway. And now Kirby Wainscott, he's going to fall back to that 3rd position as Ryan Warp, he is trying to defend hard on the outside. Not able to do anything with it, so Ryan Warp, he will take over that top spot. And here comes Kirby Wainscott. He's going to post the fastest lap and take over that 2nd slot. And here comes Frank Chavez in that Raptor number 23. Frank Chavez is doing absolutely amazing right now. Keeping strong up here in the front. As I think I saw Matt Metler in that 311 machine up in the wall very briefly. But now your top 3, Warp, Wainscott, Chavez, are going to run single file. As that number 14 of Robert Mitchell is going to try to work the inside of Justin Dane. Just like that, he is around him. And now that outside lane is starting to fade out fast. As Brett Bray, he will take over the fastest lap of the race so far. As of right now, it does look like that outside lane is just losing all of its momentum. Slight contact there between the number 3 machine of Dylan Seeger and Matt Metler in the 311 out of turn number 4. But now that 79 of Justin Day, he's going to be left to the outside. No, he's going to be able to get down. And now everybody pretty much single filed with just a couple of cars there in the back up top. As we work lap number 5, coming to lap number 6. 100 laps to go here at EchoPark. That KS Designs number 10 is looking absolutely fantastic. As we have a caution, Matt Metler, he is involved. And Brett Bray, he's involved back here as well. And looks like a little bit of damage here for that number 38 of Patrick Millette. Really tough break for these drivers. Let's go ahead and jump back. Let's go see what happened that brought out this first caution of the day. Matt Miller tried to self-clear, and the 6 had nowhere to go. And Patrick Millette just sliding down to try to avoid the chaos. Really good heads-up driving there, actually, by Patrick Millette. Let's ride on the roof here. He sees all the chaos happening. Oh, and he rear-ended the 6 after the 6 got into Matt Metler. Very unfortunate there for those drivers. Oh, nowhere for Brett Bray to go. Nowhere for Aaron Rowland to go. Yeah, so really tough break for that 6 of Brett Bray. He just put down the fastest lap. Jonathan Stidham getting a black flag there for speeding on pit road, so he's going to have to get a EOL. These guys are going to come down, go ahead and grab some tires and fuel. And let me tell you what, that number 23 in that Raptor Chevy ZL1 machine is looking pretty feisty out there today. I know Frank Chavez, he's had it a little bit rough here, and he is looking to get it all turned around here. Oh, and Patrick Millett just had a little bit of an issue. Not exactly sure. He wasn't paying attention. He good. But coming back here to Frank Chavez, I know he's had a rough time here in the Superspeedway series. And right now, he is looking very strong up here in the second position. So he is on track for a great finish here tonight. Now these drivers are going to go ahead and double up once again. Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine. He's going to choose the inside lane. Frank Chavez is going to be to his outside. Robert Mitchell in that number 14 machine. He's going to be here on the inside of row 2. And to his outside, it's going to be that 707 machine of Chris Gotzel, who has moved up 7 positions since we've gone green flag racing. And that's actually pretty impressive here for Chris Gotzel in that 707 machine. And, you know, we got to get one more good look at that Ford Mustang, because let me tell you what, it is absolutely gorgeous. So beautiful. Very well done to who made that paint scheme. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, pace truck is off. It is in the hands of Ryan Warp as we come back into the restart zone. And we are green flag racing once again here at EchoPark. Ryan Warp did not get a decent start, and that allowed Chris Gotzel to take advantage and jump into the race lead. And here comes Frank Chavez took over the race lead. Chris Gotzel almost cleared that 45 machine, but just now getting help from that 36 of Austin Sale, but right behind him. But now heading up here into turns 3 and 4, still that outside lane has stalled out. Let's see if that outside lane can finally gain some momentum. But right now, Austin Sale, he's got to get right there to the back bumper of Chris Gotzel. If they want to start moving that outside lane, staying this far back is not going to help that situation whatsoever. But right now, your top 2 single file. Everybody else right now doubled up behind them. Still side by side, that outside lane trying to make their way back around Garrett Michael in that number 63 Grave Digger Ford Mustang. Now he's up there still side by side, almost getting up there to the 14 of Robert Mitchell. So he's actually doing pretty decent. There's that outside lane's momentum. Here they come on the outside of Ryan Warp. Frank Chavez tried to slide up, but not quick enough. Chris Gotzel, he's going to try to take the lead here, heading into turn number 1. Chris Gotzel, he will lead that last lap, and he's still holding strong on that outside lane, not able to clear Frank Chavez, but they will still continue to come down this back straightaway. He will get him cleared, and he will lead this field up here in turn 3 on lap 13. A couple names that I'm not used to saying now up here in the race lead. Chris Gotzel in that 707 machine, and Frank Chavez in that number 23. These two drivers here, they're normally mid-pack drivers, but today they're showing that they can and will run in front of this field here at EchoPark. Your top 4 currently side by side. Austin, oh no! Hold on to it. Chris Gotzel, he loses in trouble on the front straightaway. Oh no. Garrett Michael in that Gravedigger machine. He is backwards up in turn number 1. Brett Bray went down into the pits to avoid the 3 machine of Dylan Seeger. He got loose down here as well. But man, I think I spoke a little bit too soon. There is that commentator's curse. Sorry, Chris. This one's on me, buddy. Let's come back here. And he just got arrow loose there in 3 and 4. And that just checked everybody up. And that was with the 10 machine there of Kirby Wainscott. Yeah, so the 10 came up to avoid, but the 3 was coming up as well. He got into Graves, and there goes the number 10 machine down into Chris Gotzel. He almost made it through. The number 6 almost made it through, as well as you see that 66 machine of Aaron Rowland get involved here as well. And Dylan Seeger finally finishing it off here. And that Gravedigger machine, where are you at? There you are. I feel like this happened a little bit past him. Let me see here what happened. So he got loose there. He got loose on the front straightaway, and ended up coming back up across the track trying to save it, and got spun to the outside. Tough break there for Garrett Michael. All right, into the restart zone. Austin Sale, Frank Chavez will bring the field back to the green flag, and we are green flag racing here to begin lap number 18. These drivers pumping them up through the gears, heading into turn number 1. Austin Sale in that number 36 machine for that low and slow Nashville barbecue machine. He is out front as they make their way down the back straightaway. That outside lane just is not moving whatsoever. As you see, that 73 of Blake Hewlett, he's jumping up top. And he's going to try to make something happen up top with Frank Chavez. But Chavez is currently having issues getting to him. Here comes Blake Vika jumping up behind Hewlett. And they're going to work together on that outside contact and into the wall. Trouble up here. Hard contact there for the 6 once again. But Chris Gotzel, I'm sorry, Frank Chavez, Jonathan Stidham, and Justin Day were involved in this one. We see that contact right there. And I think that was Frank Chavez and possibly Justin Day. No, Justin Day was just an innocent bystander there. That was actually the 22 of Jonathan Stidham. And the 6th machine, once again, unfortunately getting involved in something not of his doing. Let's ride on board here with Brett Bray. A hard contact there. And poof, he's good. But man, really tough break there for Frank Chavez. And that 23 machine getting up into the side of the 22 Jonathan Stidham. Justin Day, absolutely nowhere to go. And Brett Bray in that number 14 machine, once again, just getting involved in something that didn't include him. Man, just really tough there for Brett Bray. He can't seem to catch a break so far here today. Give me just one moment here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to do a quick test on something. And we are going to use Ryan Warp. Just because I'm curious. That's something I'm going to have to take a look at later, but we are getting ready to go back green flag racing. Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine is on the outside, starting behind that number 36 Austin Sale. Austin Sale, he's going to bring back the field into the EchoPark restart zone here on the front straightaway in the box. And we are green flag racing here to start lap number 23. And Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine, he gets decked for starting too soon in the box. He's going to have to find a way to get down in order to serve that penalty. So let's see if that inside lane will blow up to let him in. No, he's going to have to try to stick it out on the outside there. And somebody's probably going to have to let him in here in just 2 laps. Because if he does not get down into the pits here in 2 laps, he will get disqualified. So he is going to looking for an opening. Still not able to get down there. And there he goes. He's going to go ahead and take it around the outside. Yeah, he's going to have to slow here at some point or force his way down, which he will right in front of that number 3 machine. Big move by Ryan Warp to get down to that bottom lane. So he will come by next time to serve that drive-through penalty for jumping the restart. That is the rule. You got to let the race leader hit off first. And unfortunately, it seems not to be the case here for Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine. So he's going to go ahead and woe his car down. Back to the action out front, though. Here comes Andrew Teft in that number 98 Ford Mustang. He is absolutely on a roll, up 11 spots, which is absolutely no surprising to anybody whatsoever. As the field makes their way out of turn number 2. And one car gets thrown all the way down. That's going to be Aaron Roth in that number 57 machine. He's going to come back up. 1 car up in the wall. That's Chris Gotzel getting a little bit of a tap there by Garrett Michael. No harm, no foul, though. These drivers are going to go ahead and continue on as if nothing happened here. Alrighty, Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine. He is now back out on track. He's going to have to try to catch up here with the field. And it does look like he is going to get a little bit of help. Try to get a little bit of help here from Aaron Roth and Chris Gotzel. But now we are back to wide up front. Here comes that number 98 machine of Andrew Teft, now trying to make that outside magic work once again. Down the back straightaway. Still side by side now for that second position. Oh, the 98 is around. Trouble behind them. Frank Chavez, hold on to it. The 73 is around. A lot of cars around here out of the exit of turn number 4. And it looked like it all started with that number 98 machine of Andrew Teft. Let's take a look and see what happened. Oh, the 36. So the 36 got a little bit loose. The 14 went up and caught the 98. And that ended up getting a hold of Wayne Scott, Frank Chavez, the 73 of Blake Hewlett. The 38, Patrick Millette was involved here as well. Frank Chavez. You know, unfortunately, once again, a lot of good drivers involved here in this one. But this is good news here for Ryan Warp because he should be your lucky dog for this caution. Chris Gottsel getting an EOL there. Garrett Michael getting a EOL as well. And we are still waiting to see if that 45 gets the lucky dog. And there he goes around the outside. So that 45 machine getting really lucky there, getting that lucky dog position. We've still got a long way to go, ladies and gentlemen. We are only working lap number 30 of 105. And we did just get word from Matt Mettler in that number 311 machine. It is storming where he is at and lost power. So he unfortunately had to drop out of the race early. Alright, lights should come off on the iRacing.com pace truck, this time by Austin Sale, and Robert Mitchell will make up the first row. Austin Sale, he's up here 11 spots as well. And back into the restart zone. We are green flag racing here once again at EchoPark. Austin Sale, Robert Mitchell will lead the field up here into turns number 1 and 2. And it seems like, wow, Robert Mitchell did not get any help whatsoever on that restart. And he's going to quickly jump down in front of that number 3 machine, as Blake Beacon in that number 18 machine, he's going to move up into second. Justin Dane, that 79, will go from 5th to 3rd. And now, still hanging out on that inside lane, your top 6 single file. And then you drop back here to Aaron Rowland in that number 66 machine. He is on the outside of that number 6 of Brett Bray. He's going to go ahead and now drop down, possibly get in line here in front of that 78 machine, or that 38 machine of Patrick Millette. And now they are starting to come up through the field, which did sound like one car got into the outside wall. But it doesn't look like anybody's off pace at the moment. So this whole entire field still in one big pack now, running here through turns 1 and 2. Still side by side. For 8th on back. Your top 6, 7 cars still out front. Yes, I know what I said. 6, 7, I know. As they make their way through and out of turn number 4. That outside lane is trying to gain some sort of momentum. And it looks like it's starting up there with that, yeah, the 66 here of Aaron Rowland. He's trying to make it happen, and he's got the 38 of Patrick Millett right behind him. They have made their way up alongside Brett Bray now in that number 6. Now side by side with that 3 of Dylan Seeger. This outside lane starting to move forward just a little bit as that inside lane starts to move up a little bit. And Austin Sale, he's going for a ride through the grass. There he is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Out of turn number 4, he just went for a wild ride through the grass out of turn number 4. Let's go back. Let's take a look and see what happened. Coming here through turns of 3 and 4. You see that car bobbled just a little bit there. And it finally got arrow loose on exit. And look at that car just ride. Oh, and we got huge trouble live. Caution is out. It looks like Ryan Warp is involved here, the 98. The 23 might have been involved here as well. Chris Gotzel, Frank Chavez, Blake Hewlett, Ryan Warp, Kirby Wainscott, Aaron Roth, Aaron Rowland, and Jonathan Stidham. Now let's go back and see if we can catch what started this mayhem. The 66 got loose. And hold on to it, everybody. Here we go. Big, huge carnage right here out of turn. You know, I think that's the best smoke I ever gotten on a string before, guys. I ain't gonna lie, that was actually quite beautiful. Oh, Chris Gotzel, yeah, the 707 there of Chris Gotzel almost made it through here as well. Kirby Wainscott in the 10 requesting an EOL. Frank Chavez, he just seemed to can't catch a break now. Oh, he came down and got hit by that, who was that? The 07 there of Wayne Graves. Oh, Jonathan Stidham might have actually made it through. Oh, no, he did not. He's right up there. Okay. Yeah, who was that snuck by down in the grass, it looked like? Was it Ryan Warp? Oh, was that Kirby? Yeah, let's ride on board here with Kirby through the chaos. Good heads up driving there by Kirby Wainscott to avoid the madness. As you see, Jonathan Stidham coming back down onto pit road. Possibly coming to get some fresh tires. Alrighty, they're going to go ahead and get themselves doubled up here once again. Alrighty, guys, here they come up here in 3 and 4. Blake Beacon in that number 18. He's going to bring the field to the green flag this time. And we are green flag racing once again. Big jump out of Robert Mitchell there in that number 14. Pushing Blake Beacon way out there in the lead. But here comes that 79 of Justin Day. He is trying to make his way around the outside, not able to do it as he does not have any help. He's going to continue to drop back to that 6th position. Now, here comes Patrick Millett in that number 38 machine. He's going to try to make something happen on the outside. Nobody's working with him. So he's going to begin to drop back here at any moment. But that number 14, Robert Mitchell, he stuck his nose out thinking about it. But realizing there was nobody there just yet, he came back down to become single file. Right now, the only one up top, it is that number 38 of Patrick Millett. But now that outside lane is starting to gain some momentum here. Here comes that number 98 machine of Andrew Teft out of turn number 4. He's going to get right there with Patrick Millett. Patrick Millett, he's a thorn in Andrew's side here on Racers Elite Wednesday night in the late models. But now here Friday, he's going to try to work with Millett to get them both to the front of this field here on lap number 42. And right now it's a drag race with Justin Day and Blake Hewlett on their inside. And as of right now, that outside lane has that momentum. And here they come now out of turn number 4. Patrick Millett, he is there now on the back bumper of Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine. Still that outside lane continuing to move forward here on lap number 43. Out of turn number 4, still side by side now with Patrick Millett and Chris Gotzel in that 707 machine. Chris Gotzel having a good comeback so far late, or I'd say about the midway point of this race-ish. Oh, contact! Contact! Hold on to it, boys. Big checkup. Wow, I am surprised that was not another big one. Everybody held it together. And now we got Blake Beacon getting attacked on the inside of that 14 of Robert Mitchell. Robert Mitchell in the 14. He's going to make his way around Blake Beacon for the race lead. Still, big stack up in the back. One car in the wall. Once again, everybody. Oh no, there goes Blake Hewlett. Hard into the inside wall. He's going to go ahead and hold his car down there. It's going to pop back into place. He can hit the gas again. And now it's Robert Mitchell going for a ride out of 4. Back up the track. Watch out. Hold it, and start rolling. Wow, that was scary. Good heads-up driving by the entire field to miss that 14 of Robert Mitchell. Now we are working lap number 46. Patrick Millett now out front with Andrew Teft. Here comes Aaron Rowland in that number 66, working to the inside of that 6 of Brett Bray. Brett Bray having a wonderful day here at EchoPark as he's fighting side by side here with Rowland for that 3rd spot. Andrew Teft possibly trying to look on the inside. He's going to go ahead and just stick it right back behind. But we still got a good battle here for 3rd place on the back straightaway now of lap 47. Surprisingly, Rowland got a really good run there out of turn number 2. And that allowed him to pull slightly ahead of the 6, but not able to get a full clear there. But now Brett Bray, he's got company out of Blake Beacon and Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. Heading back down the back straightaway, still Patrick Millett going up high to pick up that 66 of Rowland and Teft, because I think Teft possibly went high to try to make a run, and Millett said, no, you're going to stay behind me, Teft. because he knows that if he's got Andrew Tuft behind him, he's got a great pusher to keep him up front. Now back down here. Oh, the 66 is around. Hold on. Frank Chavez around. The 3 is involved. Kirby Wainscott once again missing it. The 79 Justin Day may have been involved here. But man, tough break for that 66 of Aaron Rowland. These cars are just loose up here through the corners. And just watch. He loses it right here. And then just overcorrects it hard into the outside wall. The 36 gets clipped a little bit. Frank Chavez, the 23, had absolutely nowhere to go. The 3 machine down into Kirby Wainscott. Frank Chavez involved again, as I said, in that 07 machine of Wayne Graves. Involved here as well. Man, very unfortunate for those drivers there. But this here will bring out our caution. But this is good here for that 63 machine of Garrett Michael, who lost the field after coming down out of turn number 4. That was a very intense few laps there. Multiple cars getting sideways. Good heads-up driving, not to clobber. I believe it was that 14 of Robert Mitchell. And Patrick Millett still out front of this field with Andrew Tuft. Brett Bray up here in that 3rd spot in the number 6 Ford Mustang. Jonathan Stidham, Chris Gotzel in that 707 so far. Good comeback drive for him as he's now sitting up here in that 5th position. All right, your race leader, Patrick Millett, in that number 38 machine. He is choosing the outside lane. So that's going to put Andrew Tuft on the inside. And I believe what's going to happen here is Patrick Millett's going to get a decent jump here on Andrew, then drop down in front of Andrew. And so Jonathan Stidham in that number 22 machine, he's going to really have to stay right up there on the back bumper of Millett if he is going to want to make anything happen with that outside lane. And then Austin Salem, that 36 machine, he's back up here in that 6th spot. And he's going to have to stay there on the back bumper of Jonathan Stidham. And here they come out of turn number 2. Right now, they are pretty spread apart, and that's not going to do any good as the pace truck is off. And now they're closing it up. Into the EchoPark restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. And just like that, Patrick Millett is quickly pulling away, along with Jonathan Stidham in that number 22 machine. But the 22 was not able to get down in front of Andrew Teft. Still not cleared just yet. But now here comes the rest of the field out of turn number 2. Who is going to close up? Jonathan Stidham. He will go ahead and drop down into that second spot. Here comes the 36 of Austin Sale now on the outside, along with Frank Chavez in that 23 machine. One car in the back is in the wall. I believe that was the 73 of Blake Hewlett. As Aaron Rowland, he will go ahead and get that drive-through penalty for causing a second caution. And now down the back straightaway they come. Right now, Patrick Millett, Jonathan Stidham leads the field up into turn number 3. That Austin Sale still hanging strong to the outside lane. Frank Chavez back in that 5th position. That second car in line, not able to do anything with it just yet, as they are still having issues get going here on that outside lane. I think we've only seen that outside lane really work maybe 2 different times so far this race. And it didn't last very long. But right now, here comes Andrew Teft making it work on the outside of Stidham. And right now, Teft not having any help whatsoever. And let's see what Patrick Millett does. Who is he going to control? And he looks like he's going to stay on the inside lane. As Teft, he's still trying to hold strong on the outside. But here comes Chavez now. He's going to start to... Oh, trouble behind him as Chavez gets turned. Big, massive blockage down the back straightaway. The 18 of Blake Beacon involved. Blake Hewlett. Justin Day is involved here as well. The Digger is involved. Frank Chavez. So let's come back here and take a look. It looked like, yeah, the 707 got loose and went up and got into Frank Chavez. And all heck breaks loose on the back straightaway. Hard contact there for a couple of these drivers. You see the number 3 there of Dylan Seeger coming to a stop. Blake Beacon starting to pull away there in his number 18 machine. Here, let's ride on board here with Blake Beacon in that number 18 machine. Almost made it through. Oh, man. Go on board here with Aaron Roth as well. Blake Hewlett. Absolutely could not see, and he actually just got loose because he got hard down on the brakes. So no harm, no foul there for Blake Hewlett. Wayne Graves involved. Bringing it down and nowhere to go. Alrighty, guys, that will bring us a little bit past our halfway point in today's race. Let's go ahead and take a short commercial break, and we'll be back for the restart. Welcome back to EchoPark Speedway for round number 3 of the Full Send Super Speedway Series Season 6 right here on the Racers Elite Network. I'm Mike Tiller up here in the booth calling all the action, and as of right now, we do have 18 cars still out on track. One car is out due to severe weather in his area. Matt Metler, stay safe if you are tuning in. But your race leaders, Patrick Millett, Jonathan Stidham, will bring the field back to the green flag. Millett, once again, choosing to that outside lane, and he's got that 707 Dark Horse machine of Chris Gottsel right behind him. And to his inside, you've got that 98 of Andrew Teft, who will be restarting right behind Stidham. And right behind Andrew Teft, you got that number 10 machine of Kirby Wainscott. So you got a couple chicken coop drivers up here in the front. Pace truck is off. And into the EchoPark restart zone we go. Green flag is being waved by the one and only Barney, as Millett actually spun the tires a little bit there on this restart. But he's going to go ahead and continue what he did last restart, and that's get down in front of the car on the inside of Jonathan Stidham, as they once again will make their way up through the gears, through turns 1 and 2, up into 5th gear out of 2, and down this very short straightaway for these cars. Kirby Wainscott having a up and down day right now in that number 10, getting a little beating and banging from behind from Robert Mitchell in that number 14 machine. But he's still trying to claw his way back towards the front of this field after starting back in that second position, I believe it was. Heading up here now into turns 3 and 4. We got one driver, that's 57 of Aaron Roth, trying to make a run on the outside. Quickly moving up to the outside of Chris Gottsel, but he faded down just a little bit, but he's now got help from Austin Sale, and here comes that outside lane. On the outside of Chris Gottsel, Andrew Teft stopping that momentum, and he's going to stick his nose outside. And this is what Andrew Teft does best. He knows how to grab that quick draft on the outside, as we got a blinker in the 36 machine. So Austin Sale having issues. The drivers are not going to want to work with him at the moment until they know for sure his radio communications is back in control. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that number 98, Andrew Teft to the outside and to the race lead, and one car spinning down the back straightaway. That's that 22 machine of Jonathan Stidham. You saw that he just got arrow loose out of turn number 2, but he's going to drop it back down into the gears and come back out on track. Aaron Roth in that 57 machine now working the outside of Austin Sale for that second position. He's not able to get him cleared just yet. And out of turn number 2, will get him cleared there. He's going to drop down. And here comes Andrew Teft on that inside. Oh, no, hold on to it, Roth. Oh, in trouble out of turn number 4. Once again, half the pack seems like they got involved in this one. The 36 Austin Sale, he's spinning around. We got Dylan Seeger down in the pits. The 23 of Frank Chavez also once again involved here. The 18 of Blake Viken involved. Let's come back here and take a look, see what happened. Oh, Aaron Roth just down onto the apron just a bit. The 14 involved. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Chavez smart going down through the pits. Get a good look there at that black-pink number 18 machine of Blake Viken. I think he planned that, guys. I totally think he planned that. The 36 unfortunately involved here. And everybody does a good job at missing the wreck afterwards. So not too many actually was involved here in this one. But we do got drivers coming down pit road to top off on fuel and get some fresh tires. And they're all being led by that 98 machine of Andrew Teft. Of course, Andrew Teft having a wonderful day once again here in the Superspeedway series. Come on now. Give me a good view of him. There he goes. Dylan Seeger in that on off-road number 3. That 707 machine of Chris Gotzel. He's down here as well. The low and slow barbecue in Nashville, Tennessee. You guys, if you're by the Nashville area, you need to go get some low and slow barbecue. That place is absolutely fabulous. Then you got the 38 in that Ghost Tequila number 38 of Patrick Millett. The 66 Sports Clip Haircuts machine. Got air rolling. Might as well go ahead and go through all the paint schemes here. Ryan Warp in that Monster Energy. Do the Do Mountain Dew. Justin Day number 79. We've seen the Black Pink number 18. The Ford Performance of Black Magic number 6 machine of Brett Bray. That beautiful number 14 Office Depot Mobile one throwback to Tony Stewart. And that's going to be Robert Mitchell. Garrett Michael in that Graves Digger Ford Mustang. Let me tell you what, Grave Digger's one of my favorites. Always has been, always will be. And there's that Cheetos number 73 of Blake Hewlett. Wayne Graves in that, no, I don't think that's Michael Myers. It's some Halloween kind of Joker, maybe? Why so serious? Yeah, I think that's the Joker. Yep, that's the Joker. Andrew Teft in that Racers Elite Network number 98. We've already seen him. The 36 in that Low and Slow. Kirby Wainscott. Beautiful number 10 KS designs. If you need a good paint scheme, check out Kensley Smith. Right here in with Racers Elite. That Raptor number 23, the 57 of Aaron Roth, nothing special. Aaron, you need a paint scheme, my man. Yeah, oh, Jonathan Stidham, by the way. That WO Grub Crane Rentals. And with that being said, that's all your paint schemes here for today. If you're down here in the in chat, who is your favorite? What paint scheme do you like the most? As Ryan Warp and Justin Day will bring the field back to the green flag. And we are green flag racing here once again. Ryan Warp in that 45 choosing the inside lane. Got a really good jump here on that 79 machine of Justin Day. But Justin Day, he's trying to fight back on the outside of the 18 of Blake Beacon. Not able to do it, but here comes Robert Mitchell to close that gap in that number 14. Justin Day still stuck to the outside, but finally he gets help from the 73 of Blake Hewlett. Blake Hewlett and Justin Day are very good friends over in the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. So these two drivers know how each other work, and they will work together here on that outside. And here comes Andrew Teft in that number 98 machine once again, working the outside as he jumps up in front of Justin Day. Still not able, Justin not able to get to the back bumper of that 98 machine just yet. But now there's an opening on that inside, so that means that outside lane very well could go ahead and start to make some progress here. As you see Justin Day finally closing in on the back bumper of Andrew Teft, as they are now working the outside of Blake Beacon for that second position. And now they've even got more help there from Blake Hewlett and the number 6 of Brett Bray joining in the fray on the outside. Still side by side down the back straightaway, Andrew Teft getting a nose out in front of Ryan Warp. Not able to clear him just yet. The 79 just day up in the wall. That's going to slow down that outside lane's momentum. And that's going to cause Andrew Teff to lose help on the outside there of the race lead. But he's still holding strong right now in that second spot on the outside of Blake Beacon. That outside lane finally getting themselves back together. And here comes Justin Day now back to the back bumper of the 98. The 98 getting a lot of momentum, but once again, the 79 of Justin Day, he slips up in 3 and 4. It seems like Justin Day, he is getting really tight if he is following somebody through the corners. But right now, that outside lane back 6, 7 cars deep. There's a big opening on the inside lane down the back straightaway for the inside. That's going to slow down that inside lane, and Ryan Warp out to a 2-3 car length lead over Blake Beacon, and that's definitely going to hurt that inside lane. Now here comes Andrew Teff working the outside of that 45 machine of Ryan Warp. He's going to lead that last lap, and now here comes Justin Day in that 79 machine. He's working the outside now, Ryan. Warp is telling Blake Hewlett, let's go, let's go. But now, here comes that 79 machine down to the inside. He is looking for the race lead. Blake Hewlett, he is going to stay right there behind that 79 machine of Day. And Day, he's going to lead this lap. And now, here comes back that 98 machine of Andrew Teft. He's got his foot down to the floor. And he's got help out of that number 6 machine of Brett Bray. Blake Hewlett in that 73, he lost it out of turn number 2. Saved it, but he's going to fall all the way back to the end of this field. Out of turn number 4, everybody is now making their way to the outside lane. Andrew Teft, he's got Justin Day cleared. Brett Bray's got Justin cleared. And now those two will go down to the inside. Brett Bray up to second. Aaron Roth, he's now fighting on the outside of Justin Day for that 3rd spot. Dylan Seeger in that number 3 machine, he has slowly started making his way back through the field after getting caught up in at least 2 or 3 of these cautions here today. Along with Brett Bray. Don't want to forget about Brett up there as well. Brett Bray involved in a couple incidents himself. And here he is up here in second. And now here comes Dylan Seeger. He's now fighting to get himself into the podium position as he's now working on... Oh, big turn! The 6 is around. The 79, he's around as well. The 07, the 22, I'm sorry, of Jonathan Stidham involved here as well. Patrick Millette involved as well in that number 38 machine. And Garrett Michael involved as well in that Gravedigger machine. Let's go back. So, Aaron Roth, oh, he got mega turned hard into the outside wall and came right back down the track. And then you see the 6 machine there of Brett Bray up in the outside wall, the 79 involved. Engine, you see Jonathan Stidham and Garrett Michael both trying to woe it down not to get involved here as well. Pretty good heads up driving by them though, but unfortunately that 22 of Stidham, he will go ahead completely around. But yeah, that was some really good heads up driving by Garrett Michael there to avoid that incident. Yeah, very unfortunate for a lot of these drivers. Yep, the number 6 Brett Bray, he's going to come back down and get fresh tires put on his machine again. And let me tell you what, he's going to come back through the field. I don't think Brett Bray is done. He's realized that he's got a really fast car. He's already driven back up through the field twice. So don't count out that number 6 of Brett Bray just yet here at EchoPark. Dylan Seeger in that number 3 machine was able to sneak by. He was involved in a couple incidents himself, and he's back up here in the 2nd spot. You know, I think everybody's been involved in an accident. I know Andrew Teft, he's been in 2 incidents. Kirby Wainscott, he's been in 2. Austin Sale, he's been in at least 1. Seeger, at least 2 or 3, I think, already. Frank Chavez, he's been involved in about 5 of them, it seems. Aaron rolling into 66, getting the lucky dog this time. So that's going to put him back on the lead lap. Chris Gotzel involved in at least 2. Justin Day, 2. Ryan Warp, maybe 2. Hewlett, 2. Wayne Graves, I think 3. Stidham, I know for a fact, has been in 2 at least. Patrick Millett, 2. Brett Bray, too many. Again, of not his doing either. Garrett Michael involved in at least 3. Yeah, everybody's been involved in an incident at some point. So they were facing backwards at one point today. But here we are. And let me tell you what. Dylan Seeger looking for a great finish here today. Austin Sale in that number 36 machine. He's having a good day. Blake Veakin still looking to clinch that first win, I believe, here in the Racer Elite Super Speedway Series. And we still got, I believe 26 laps to go here today at EchoPark Speedway as the field gets ready to go back green flag racing. Your race leaders, Dylan Seeger. Andrew Teft will bring the field back to the green flag into the EchoPark zone. They come, and the green flag is out once again here at EchoPark, as they will run up through the gears once again, heading down into turn number 1. Andrew Teft quickly out in front of Kirby Wainscott, and they got a big lead in front of Dylan Seeger. Aaron Roth in that number 57 machine, he will get a black flag for cause of caution, I believe, once again here, and the next time it will be a disqualification. 26 laps to go, 25 this time by. And right now, Andrew Teft out front, and nobody's really sticking their nose out to the outside, except for Blake Veakin in that number 18 machine. He's trying to make a run here, and right behind him, he's got Ryan Warp in the number 45. Out of turn number 2, everybody's scattered a little bit all over the speedway. And now they're going back up here into turns 3 and 4. The 707 slip, or the 07 of Wayne Graves, he will slip up the track just a little bit. And now they're going to make their way back down the front stretch here as I swear I just saw our car go poof. I must have been seeing things. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, your top 6 cars are single file at the moment, or 5 cars single file at the moment. As Justin Day, he's looking on the outside of Frank Chavez now for that 6th position. And that outside lane is finally starting to boogie hard on the outside. Not able to make much room, momentum there on the outside of turn 2. They're going to keep trying to get themselves formed up a little bit better. If these guys can go ahead and get themselves a little bit closer, a little bit tighter, that will definitely make that outside lane work, because that inside lane obviously is not together either. So these guys on the outside, they could very well make a decent run, but they need to get better nose to tail here. Down the back straightaway, still side by side there with the 14 machine of Robert Michael for the 5th position. And now he's following them back to the 23 of Frank Chavez. Frank Chavez still holding strong on the inside lane. Blake Beacon a little bit sideways there. Making their way through 1 and 2 back to the back straightaway. So far, no strong momentum for that outside lane just yet. But these drivers are still trying hard to continue to make waves on that outside. Not able to get up there, but Dylan Seeger, he's deciding to go ahead and jump up top. He's going to get on the outside of Austin Sale. And he's going to almost complete that pass for the 3rd spot. And now, here comes Justin Day again to the back bumper of that number 3. Hopefully, oh, no contact. 1 car around. The 3 car has been disqualified for incident points. And the 14 is facing backwards here on the racetrack. But that's caution will wave. If you watch here, the 3, he will get sideways out of the corner, causing the 14 to hit hard into the inside wall. And because there was contact, that disqualified that number 3 machine. And, okay, so he was not able to start moving quick enough before those cars came up and passed him. So, unfortunately there, that will bring out the caution and slow the field once more. Brett Bray finally coming back out on track. He is now 4 laps down, I believe. 5 laps down. He will at least pass. He will pass Dylan Seeger in that number 3, though, here in just a couple of laps. And here comes the field down onto pit road. Alrighty, we are doubling up here once again. Your race leader, Andrew Teft, he's going to choose the outside for this restart. His teammate, Kirby Wayne Scott, will start right behind him. Andrew and Wayne Scott, they are known to work very well together. And usually once they get together, they become a unstoppable force. So all these drivers behind them are going to have to do their best to keep Andrew Teft and Kirby Wayne Scott from passing each other here on the restart. So that 79 of Justin Day and Austin Salem, that 36 machine, they're both going to have a big deal here, as we are coming around for just about 16 laps to go when we go back green flag racing. Fred is going to pull that pace truck down back onto pit road and into the EchoPark restart zone. Andrew Teft, Kirby Wayne Scott will lead the field back to the green flag. Once again, Andrew Teft gets a good jump there. He's going to quickly come down in front of Kirby, but here comes that 79 of Justin Day. He's starting to have a little bit of radio connectivity issues. He's got to get with his team to get that fixed. With that radio connectivity, it's very hard to hear their spotters and everything. But look at that run that outside lane has. Holy cow, where did that 22 machine of Jonathan Stidham come from? He is flying up around the outside now. Now he is trying to get a hold of Andrew Teft. Teft, he goes high for the block, and they're going to go 3 wide in turns 1 and 2 with 15 laps to go. That the 98 machine is stuck on the outside. Stidham in the middle. The 10 machine, he's going to stick it on the inside. Still 3 wide now for that third spot. Jonathan Stidham trying to make it out. Hold on to it. How in the world did they not crash? Patrick Millett in that 38 machine kept it straight. Everybody kept it straight. And now here comes Kirby Wayne Scott attacking back on the inside. Jonathan Stidham trying to hold strong on the outside with Andrew Teft to his outside. The 36 of Austin Sale, he's right behind Wayne Scott as Teft. He's got the 18 of Blake Viken holding strong on that outside lane. Everybody's pretty much chosen the outside lane because that's the lane that is absolutely moving right now with 13 laps to go. And now Jonathan Stidham still having issues getting around Kirby Wayne Scott for that race lead. But then he has a big decision to make. Does he want to stay to the outside with Andrew Teft, or will he jump down in front of Wayne Scott? But at first, he will need to get around as the 10 machine, he gets a little bit sideways. He slips up the track, and that's going to check up that inside lane, and we're possibly going to go 3 wide once again here into turn 1. No, everybody is going to keep it nice and straight. Stidham and Andrew Teft now duking it out for the race lead. On the inside, Jonathan Stidham, he's got that 10 of Kirby Wayne Scott. Andrew Teft, he's got the 10 machine. I'm sorry, the 18 of Blake Viken. And now, here comes Andrew Teft doing his Tefty thing, taking over the race lead. Still holding strong on the inside is Stidham in that number 22 machine. He has got, he's got Teft cleared here out of turn 2. He's going to slip up in front of Teft and slow down Teft's momentum as he will clear Kirby Wayne Scott. But here comes Stidham. He's going to block the fastest line. And right now, Stidham still driving in his rear view mirror. See where the run is coming. And right now, it's that top side with Andrew Teft. Now, here comes that inside lane here once again with that momentum. So Stidham, he's going to hang strong on that inside lane. And here comes Wayne Scott onto the back bumper of Stidham. But Blake Viken gets to Teft's bumper first. And that right there is going to push Andrew Teft out to the race lead as Stidham gets sideways again. Stidham is sideways out of turn number 4. He saves it. Kirby Wayne Scott sideways out of turn 4. He saves it. Oh my God. Where are these guys learning how to drive? Because I need lessons. Now, here comes Blake Viken in that number 18. Oh, contact Blake Viken into the outside wall. Blake Beacon not clear of that number 98 machine. I'm not exactly sure what he was thinking coming onto the back straightaway. But right now, that's going to put the field 3 wide back here for just about that 12th through 17th here on track. Still 3 wide racing in front of them. Now everybody is once again settled down into their own lanes. Right now, Andrew Tuft, he is out front. And Austin Sale does a quick moving, pushes Millett to the outside. And now here comes Austin Sale trying to work on that inside of Millett. 7 laps to go here at EchoPark. Still side by side for that 3rd spot. Millett able to re-clear that number 36 of Austin Sale as we have 2 cars spinning down to the inside. That's going to be Ryan Warp and the 07 of Wayne Graves spinning out of turn number 2. But we're going to say, oh, no, there's the caution. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened coming out of turn number 2. You see the 45 get absolutely sideways and just clobbers the 07 of Wayne Graves. Very unfortunate, you know, when you know you've got a fast machine. Man, these corners have absolutely been a troublemaker for all of these drivers here today at EchoPark. They're getting down on the apron, getting loose. They are getting aero loose. They're getting tapped to get loose. And for quite some time there, we saw some really big saves out of these drivers. But unfortunately here, the 22 machine of Jonathan Stidham, or I'm sorry, the 45 of Ryan Warp, absolutely lost it out of turn number 2. We are going to have just about 3 laps remaining here at EchoPark when we do get the green flag. We do have 5 laps to go. We're going to do 2 more laps, so 3 to go when we come back to the green flag. Let's go ahead and do a quick rundown through the field before we go back green flag racing. Currently your race leader, Andrew Tefton, that number 98 machine, he is out front, followed by that 36 of Austin Sale, and Patrick Millett in the 38. He is 3rd. Blake Beacon in the 18 is 4th, followed by Robert Mitchell in the number 14. Justin Day, Blake Hewlett, Chris Gotzel, Aaron Rowland, then Aaron Roth will round out your top 10. Frank Chavez, Wayne Graves, Kirby Wayne Scott, Jonathan Stidham, Garrett Michael, Ryan Warp will round out all of your cars on the lead lap. And then you do have Brett Bray in that number 6 machine, currently 4 laps down, back in the 17th spot. The number 3 got disqualified earlier for incident points. And Matt Metler will round out your field of 19 due to severe weather in his area. So Matt, once again, buddy, if you are watching, please be safe out there. This time around, Andrew Teft, he is choosing the inside lane to keep that number 38 Ford Mustang behind him of Patrick Millette. And that's going to have Austin Sale and Blake Beacon to their outside on this restart. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a very chaotic last 15 laps. A lot of saves, a lot of beating and banging, getting spread out, getting all back together. And we just got 3 more laps to get through before the end of this event. Will we see the checkered flag, or will we see a green-white-checkered? It's about to go down here at EchoPark in Hampton, Georgia. The pace truck is off into the EchoPark restart zone, and we are green flag racing once again. Andrew Teft, oh wow, okay. Patrick Millette, he is staying right there on the back bumper of Andrew Teft as they dive down into turns 1 and 2. Blake Beacon holding strong on that inside lane now, as Austin Sale, he is having trouble getting down to that inside lane, but now he's got help from that 14. He's getting a good push down into 3, but he's going to get abandoned as well. Right there, Austin Sale finally able to get down, but he fell from 2nd to 5th. 2 laps to go here at EchoPark. Patrick Millette looking for the inside lane here. Andrew Teft, he slid up high. That opened up the door for Patrick Millette. Now down the back straightaway. Beating and banging. Patrick Millette's disqualified. Caution is out. Patrick Millette got disqualified for too many incident points here today. And unfortunately, with him getting completely sideways before he blinked completely out, the caution came out. So we are going to set him up for a green-white-checkered for their first attempt. And this will put Brett Bray in that number 6 machine 3 laps back. And unfortunately, he won't get back on the lead lap, but he could get all the way back to, well, 1 lap down if 2 more cautions do come out. So, but as of right now, he should be able to take over that 16th position from Patrick Millette, putting Millette back into that 17th position. Alrighty, so now it's going to be Andrew Teft, Blake Beacon, Austin Sale, Robert Mitchell making up your first 2 rows. Austin Sale, last restart, he stayed right there on the back bumper of Andrew Teft. And I think we're going to have to see if he can do that all over again. Yeah, as you see there, Brett Bray getting that lucky dog for Family Traditions RV Rental. If you guys need a RV up in the Pocono area, you know, especially if you're going to the races, just get a hold of Family Traditions RV Rentals. If you have your own RV that's just sitting in your backyard not doing anything, well, it could be making money for you. If you're up in the Pocono area, contact Family Traditions, and they will do like a kind of like a Airbnb, and you can rent out your RV, and they will keep it supplied, keep it clean, and well, when you're ready to use it again, you just give them a call, and y'all can either pick it up or they'll probably drop it off to you. Let me tell you what, that's a good way for a little side hustle right there. If you got an RV that's just sitting, contact them for more information. Doubling it up now, Blake Veakin on the inside. Andrew Teft, he is looking to get a launch to get back down in front of Veakin here with 2 laps to go here at EchoPark. Out of turn number 4, Fred is going to make that hard left onto pit road. It is again in the hands of Andrew Teft in that number 98 machine. And we are green flag racing here once again. Blake Veakin did not get going on that start, so that's going to allow Robert Mitchell in the 14 to get around Veakin for the second position. He's going to come down, take over that second spot. Andrew Teft out to a big lead here out of turn number 2. That's not what he wanted to do. And here comes Mitchell looking on the inside of Teft. Teft holding strong so far on the outside lane. Not able to get there just yet, but here comes that 707 to Chris Gotzel. He's trying to make that momentum work on the outside. White flag is in the air. Robert Mitchell looking for his win here at EchoPark Speedway. Blake Veakin in that number 18, right behind the 14. He's looking for his first win. Blake Veakin looking to go on the outside here out of turn number 2. He makes contact. He gets a run. And here comes the 36 of Austin Sale with him. Here comes Andrew Teft looking to make it happen. He gets up into the outside wall. And here they come to the start-finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, at the line, it is going to be Robert Mitchell in that number 14 machine, followed by Blake Veakin as we have big pileup out of, or heading down into turn number 1, post checkered flag. But ladies and gentlemen, a driver of that number 14 Office Depot Mobile 1 Chevrolet, he led 3 laps here today, and he led the most important one, and it was the final one. Here comes Austin Sale to celebrate down here as well. But ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Robert Mitchell, in that number 14 machine. What a finish for that number 14 Mobile One Office Depot machine. Bringing home the race win here today. I know Austin Sale, he's down here in that low and slow barbecue number 36 machine, bringing it home third. He led 19 laps here today at EchoPark. And Blake Veakin in that black-pink number 18 will finish second. So let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, take a look here at your race results for today's race. Again, your race winner, that number 14 machine of Robert Mitchell. The 18 of Blake Veakin will bring it home second, and Austin Sale will bring it home third. Fourth will go to Andrew Teft. Justin Day will come home fifth, followed by Kirby Wainscott. Chris Gotzel Aaron Roth, Blake Hewlett, and Jonathan Sinner rounding out your top 10. 11th, it's going to be the Frank Chavez, followed by Wayne Graves, Ryan Warp, Garrett Michael, and Aaron Rowland will round out your top 15. 16th will go to the final car running of Brett Bray in the number 6, followed by Patrick Millette and Dylan Seeger. They did get disqualified for too many incident points, and then Matt Mettler fell out with radio connectivity issues. Ladies and gentlemen, your hard charger will go to Andrew Teft in that number 98 machine, coming up 10 spots. He did lead the most laps with 32 laps led, and that 14-year race winner had the fastest lap. We did have 11 different leaders here today. We did have 12 cautions for 35 laps. Kirby Wainscott, he was your pole sitter for today. We did run a whole total of 165 miles here at EchoPark for 109 laps total. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and talk to our race winners. And we're going to start with our third place driver of that low and slow barbecue machine, the 36 of Austin Sale. Austin, it's a mic up in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, Austin, what an incredible run for you. Everybody, I'm just going to say it now, everybody had an up and down day, but you were able to come back strong, get up here into that third position. Walk us through your race, and man, what did it take for you to get around Andrew Teft for that third spot?
Well, going into the final lap, I saw Andrew and Blake Vegan were pretty much side by side. I saw the top line coming, saw Andrew try to take it, so I decided to get the 18's draft, get inside of Andrew and just hold it there to hope it sticks. And I was only allowed 4 more incidents before I was DQ'd, so I had to be sure I had a really good line. And the moment I was past Andrew, my main purpose at that point was to get my teammate Robert the win, or at least second, for the low and slow team. And yeah, coming in third with him the winner, I'm more than happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely, and just an incredible run for that low and slow barbecue machine, man. And well, buddy, you pretty much answered all of my questions. Do you got anybody to thank before we let you go today?
First and foremost, low and slow, Tony and Bobby, you guys are amazing, sponsoring me week in and week out. So thank you again. Check them out on Facebook, Low and Slow Barbecue. My teammate Robert, thank you so much for sticking with me, joining the team. It's definitely great to have him on the team, and you know, you guys throwing out a great show week in and week out. Andrew, great league. My spotter Daytona, thank you so much for that. Every week you're there, so yeah, definitely my teammate Robert and the sponsor Low and Slow Barbecue.
Alrighty. Well, Austin, once again, buddy, congratulations on your third place finish, and we'll see you in a couple weeks when we hit up the high banks of Daytona in the Gen 6 cars.
Yes, sir. You guys have a great 4th of July. Be safe.
You as well, Austin. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, your third place driver that number 36 machine, Austin Sale. Let's go ahead and bring up that black pink number 18 driver Blake Vegan. Man, Blake, let me tell you what, man, you keep coming so close in the Superspeedway series.
Yeah, always a damn bridesmaid.
You know, I'm still gonna say, my dude, you've got one coming in, man. I thought today was yours. The way you were able to sneak around Andrew Teft there, and then just unfortunately that inside lane with Robert Mitchell and Austin Sale. They just gave you a run for your money there on the inside. And what could you have done different that final couple laps there?
Kill everybody. That would have been the best option probably.
Oh,
But
I
if I
like
had my
that one.
teammate up there, if I had my teammate up there with me, Ryan Warp, I hopefully would have had a little bit more of a shot there versus those two teammates. But yeah, with them working together on the bottom, I didn't really have much of a chance.
Yeah, man, you're just man, you're wicked fast on super speedways, and I think you just you got caught up in one too many incidents of not your doing, and man, I feel for you, but you're gonna get a win sooner or later here in the full send super speedway series, Blake. But I mean, man, a second place finish, it's good points day for you, and
Mhm.
what do you got to do in 2 weeks when we head to Daytona in the Gen 6?
Hopefully, like get like a hack or something to hack everyone's rigs to where they all just blink out like for 3 hours or something.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, Blake, don't kick yourself too much on this still good strong finish here for you today. After getting caught up in some wrecks, and I mean you came back strong up speed too, so don't be too disappointed in that whatsoever.
No,
But
definitely not.
but before I let you go today, bud, is there anybody that you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Blackpink, greatest K-pop band out there. Yeah, my teammate Ryan Warp, and of course myself, because I'm just that awesome.
Heck yeah, Blake, Mr. Awesome himself, Vegan. Congratulations, buddy, on your second place finish, and we'll see you in 2 weeks in Daytona.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your runner up once again, the bridesmaid, that number 18 machine of Blake Vegan. Let's go ahead and bring up your race winner, driver of that Office Depot Mobile One number 14 machine, Robert Mitchell. Robert,
How's it
man,
going?
it's go. Man, how long have you been with Racers Elite?
I've raced this for about 6 months, not frequently, but I have done a few events. This is my first league race.
I was sitting here wondering why I haven't heard from you before. But man, you
Yeah.
came out with a mission today, and that was to bring home the race win, and that's exactly what you did. Man, walk us through that final restart, and what did it take for you to get out front?
Well, I knew Andrew was kind of like going just a little bit early on every restart, so I was trying to time him also because I knew he would stack the bottom line. So that was my main goal, was try to keep up with him. And once I got clear of the 18, it was pretty much just hoping my teammate was going to catch up with me.
Yeah, Austin Sales said that he was very comfortable pushing you to the race win here today, and I know I saw you around I think twice today. Just like everybody else, I think everybody got spun out at some point, and you were able to come back strong for the race win. What was that like? After getting spun out or involved in an incident and working your way back up to the front.
It was a little bit frustrating, I'm not going to lie. Just one, I lost control on my own. Just the car got a little bit loose coming out of 4. Tried to save it, kind of bobbled it into the wall, but I didn't collect nobody. And then the second one, I really don't know what happened. I just driving straight, and then next thing you know, I'm in the wall. So I was just trying to just keep it clean, keep my incident points down so I can finish the race. And I was fortunate enough to keep it within 20 incident points, keep it clean until the very end, catch up with Austin, and then just work it together the rest of the way.
Heck yeah. And yeah, everybody was fighting looseness in the corners for sure. Um, well, in 2 weeks, we're going to head to Daytona in the Gen 6 cars. Are we going to see you more regularly here on Friday nights?
Yes, sir. I will be here every Friday night from here on out for the rest of the season.
Heck yeah, that's what I like to hear. And before we let you go, buddy, is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'll shout out my teammate Austin Sale for the help there on the end. The Low and Slow Barbecue team. I know my dad's watching, so shout out to him. Hopefully my boss is watching too, so shout out to him also. and our spotter Daytona for helping us out through that, keeping us calm, motivated the whole time. So, and then also you guys up here in the booth, Andrew Teff for running a great event every week.
Heck yeah. Well, Robert, congratulations, buddy, on your first victory here in Racers Elite, and we'll see you in a couple weeks in Daytona.
Yes, sir. I will see you then.
Yes, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is your race winner, driver of that number 14 Office Depot Mobile One Chevrolet, Robert Mitchell. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible, chaotic, fun, entertaining, many other words could describe how today's race went, but it was an absolute blast. And this is only race number 3 of the season. Next week, we are off Friday night, July 4th, as we celebrate 250 years of America. And let me tell you what, we're going to enjoy that. So we will see you all in 2 weeks, July 10th, when we hit the high banks of Daytona International Speedway in the NASCAR Gen 6 cars. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth. And everybody out there that's celebrating the 4th of July, you all be safe, be smart, call a friend if you need a ride home. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, always, always remember, no matter what you do in life, have fun doing it. And if it's not fun, go and make it fun. Until next time, I will see you all Sunday right here on Racers Elite Network. Have a beautiful time zone.
Masker can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on. Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom. Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As that's still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh,
and
my
to the
goodness.
line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get